bin o man madwadifo ko batan eguta o na edwam tenani waba dollar no ene amanoni sika na ekosen o mu business ekosen ne ma on betete ne ma so ana on beto so ye be din komo pa afei Benjamin Sia on your head of research edema Kopek oye nkomsheni o hye nkombia ebam fan ogbo onya kan ya na damu sam o se agye me kamekiro enni na wotwe ebedu 8 cities 9 cities 10 cities efe do 11 cities ene o hye nkom a mebo agu mekasa mempene esane se ahokire ewo ho fan ogbo no ekosoro dodo yewo owura Emmanuel Cherry, yes. On SEO, Edema Chamber of Construction Industry. A woman is see a dying, I mean, a bit to Omuku bad time. Dimwa Cotine Papa, quancha for penny or that's a cool batana. Or no, into a dina, my penny so musin and your food in your bintonene. Maybe what you see me be a nomi. Young cotton for 4. Now I am saying never be for it and two. Cement in something saying, I already something saying, and no, you become one some. And a fair shank so say, one must so more to a lot of fame. By this time around, the matter says so more better. Meet you. 80 Yaberma, one also Ekasa Edema True Drivers Union, one also Ewufiha, one see an inbiding common, a fashion Cafonso said the NMC call, said the Mohun no fa. Yen name said, na Yakasa Mampening, and then a pound for a shiemu. A retreat, one more drinking, one minor, and see babies I say. A drinking, good drinking. So at the baby, a film is room, a banner. I never quite share quine, some which we are who be a fan one. You be such a fan or no, you better to so. The better to so, you better so a quan benso. And I see a didn't come up, I beg your form, Makwaba. Madam was some of them momre achayenne na yaba yebedin komo. En komshenisia. As the last week and last 2 weeks last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks. And I can't say me say fan or no ever kosoro. Kan ye no sada na manye ni abam. Ebe kosoro asa kosoro.
Data MP a publish media nanka was say no 1st April window edikan wo April busumi no o sanka ebo no ekofom kakra because last window no na you use $122 per barrel and they calculate here o buy metric tons and you use for gasoline no petrol no you use $1,094 per metric and a diesel you use $1,137 per metric. But I think that MP has started revising the indicators no downward because the drama is no bono has started kufum. In the 1st April year, bono bit me kufum kakra. But we have to be less optimistic because CD no so no depreciate further. For example, okay, last window na MP ko to CD no 7 Ghana cedis 19 pesos. But na MP website no 7 Ghana cedis 60 pesos. Nti a bit more by say drama is no bona cost, but we see the no ahon de no so tenant no Emma won't fail the effect at the pump. See, I mean, calculation will say still na diesel no born be around 10 Ghana cedis per liter na yeah come also sir and no more ton 11 Ghana cedis because of say drama is born cost CD no so we use 7 Ghana cedis 80 pesos the calculation there near o cost ton around 11 Ghana cedis but we are see the ahon de no peja kakra na ba we use 7 Ghana cedis 60 pesos MP the ato website na you say April there and here 20 pesos make my free bonus so
ya kan nyina no obebi sase fan no ya yetu bi wa ha na ye san eto bi fiama no ne e de ye adwuma ade na akoko kurama ye drum pempe so a ye duru yenim se we asa mansan ahokyera baba bi ade but yen die mu no ade na wo gidi sa contribute towards fuel price and cost.
Okay, Agya da bia meka say ye no yen sheda ni a full deregulated regime. They say I call it a partial deregulation because of the taxes now are buying a dear good. That is one. Inti abribia na edwama nso bo no because of tax rate near constant no ena woni wash and kanino and say any petroleum consumer menu ya muti hai buta ne real estate for they all use petroleum products nti because also woni hu 2 million no say bo no kra ekoso odwaman so na nka osidi ne ye papa nka bo no ye nton no se ne ye ton no but osidi no so no depreciate ena tax no so ye constant ena ma ye hu na obi sa say yesu yetu bi ha but a bit of education the yetu o ha no enye ni nyina na ye dia last year say we had 2021 budget and now project 2020 budget and now project for 2021 na ban say nka 2021 ye beton 174,000 barrels a day but enko we no in 2021 no ye out term no and I say output no was around 154,000 barrels a day 154 no Ghana di omu ye 13 to 20%. That's the Ghana group 20% na ye dia but the aka no abrofo no edia
so ma fo mo hamuchi mo de wotwe
ena ye dia ena de aka ni nyina ye abrofo dia na abrofo dia na omo de ko ye de na omu no wo de toto de ye consume dia ye ntimi miti the demand. For example, we do almost 90,000 barrels a day ye consume Ghana hanum no ye 90,000 ena yeso ye de no ye omu chefa no 18% of maybe this year say projected in 2022 no ye 166,000 Dimva say 20% of 166,000 na ntimi miti 90,000 a day no. Indeed, that is one bit of education. However, no, what we experience as a country that be a say under KK Sapon. Ebrana yen to fango Ghana ha otuminya contract. Emma yes supply no in 2004 man refining 11 million barrels ha. Adentina ne ye to fango no ha yen timinya contract with Talo or foreign partners no. Emma mama ye products emma yen refining at the top. Refining. So we can do that. Even under Uadakum between 2015 and then 2016, that's 2014 to 2016, you're refining about 7 million barrels of crude at all. I didn't, and also Sabreno, only partners be and a more lifted product. Since you say you're too far going to be high, our argument is that I didn't think a GMPC, which is a national oil company, no, any, and I say even the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Energy, any your partners and as a foreign partners intimate agreement memorandum of understanding said your products na lifted the kwama no koton at least omonton bi maye ha say import parity kura na say beton no say ye beton no say ndi amano ne omoton no kura na ye beton no sa
na ya so ne
so ha
ye be say nya buy product bi kura.
That is it, because Tor, for example, we had Tor bit refinery CDU Central Distillation Unit does about 40,000 barrels a day. And your unit, another unit, I know Crown refining the finest of product, which has lower sulfur content level and then higher octane levels. I don't know, it does 13,500. Into the Tor capacity in Abuma, a day piano or 53,500. 53,000 out of 90,000, it means Tor Kwano, a bit mama, almost 60% of our daily consumption. So my answer the cost of freight, meaning I'm good for the money because all the shipment in a bar, and no any hobium, a lot for cost of freight. And also apart from insurance, and also no any form of crude product and refined product insurance or home, but so the free man on the the insurance cost no so. Nti no so no eso beti. Na aboye nyina ma bo no so ati okruma kakra. By yenim de ntia Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Finance, yenim de ntia Tor nya adwuma. The last time Tor worked efficiently was under Honorable Isaac Osei, only BP4 kwa pam. Emma BP4 that was around 2018. Emma BP4 man 948,000 barrels of product. Tor ananka refining 7 million, 11 million a year no. In 2018, only less than a million. And the refining year. Near Minuka say Tor is not refining, but every blessed day, Ajakomna, you pay for the debt of inefficiency of Tor. Tor Nyajumano. Tor on Yajumano or Tiwana on refining, get the Utiamoka.
I didn't try.
The Utiamoka, Ebrana, or Mampani that I could for Honomono, 2003 no. Dr. Keke Sapombe take you over no. Na subsidies no hato because na to you what they call cost plus pricing policy. Instead of saying benchmark ne refined products or benchmark the pricing to international market price no what am I no not on notice because we operating a subsidy regime. Nti ma ka bi be that to and on pani ku for by say dey na be be sa aka na free ho. Nti we introduce you act 642 which is Store Recovery Levy Act in 2003. And of course, so to fan go biana, it was so 8 pesos, Edimato, 7 fan recover Sakano. At that time, not talk Kano in 2003, no, 423 million Ghana cedis. In 2015, a brand now had the toll levy, energy recovery levy into Eslano. na yetua 1.5 billion e dey amato offsetting toll debt, but at that time no kra na toll dey 2 billion. Ade a offer in 2003 na ka na 423 million. Between 2003 and 2015, what you are 1.5 billion, but still not told the 2 billion Ghana cedis. And you can look industry report of Seaboard 2018. It is there. Not told the Sakano. Near Menoka say Tonya Jumakrano. At least Abribian was all test running the machines. Or test running the machines are or you see utilities, or you see lights, electricity, and or you see suo. This Obekaya last year. Ghana Water Company ba out because I told you muka suo njomu twa to ayi. Nti abribia na to nya adwuma kra esi ho no enya adwuma kra no o de ka ebro. Nti ade nti na ye mani nya adwuma
na yenya so mfa so.
Yenya so mfa so. And that is why sometimes I think that say bring dura the Minister of Energy, the Minister of Finance, omo no betuma answer sa question.
Ensia ma mi so. Wo kan meti odin na I say ayo bo apayo anase de. Mo na mo sa industry ni mo. Wo hwe de e ko be ya. Sebe ton ay benya dwumayefo won ton doko ne nema ho che se enti sanya ma nyina ho na se ye de tipimpim se ayo abo apayo
adwumayefo no kra me fa ho. I think we share the same report 2018 industry report of Seaboard. Almost say toll at this current capacity no, just like any refinery within West Africa even across the globe no, I will say for 150. But as at 2018 and Seaboard ESR report not toll work is 800. Yes. Akoya say Akoya there's no commitment because Akoya say politicians no omoba toll dia Ghana need to 8% say in offsetting the debt of toll. Because of say Ghana ni nyanya pepa say or percent toll gina to 8% say dia ma toll nti no. Me ba adwuma kura ni ho a ma memfa nipa nkwhye wo. And that is what they've been doing over the years.
Next, sanke ye fedi pa
150. You can look at this industry report 800 as at 2018. Na nipa 800 na year more.
650 no mo ye dey.
Omo nenam ho, omo nye hwe. Yes, etu omo ka at the end of the day, 8% be wakotua. Nti ono wanya adwuma kra 8% na utua ofan bonus no. It pays for that. Nti your problem no eso, but I think me to me can say bayi. Sometimes I think that there is no commitment and we lack that nationalism, say indignation, say ebema man who do akoye ni patriotism ni ho, because if politicians are actually patriotic and they are nationalists, to any kwan say si ho enya adwuma. Any kwan because minia da bia meka say normally say obi hu say ahokyera ba. The figures are saying that ahokyera ba. And Ghana Statistical Service, you know good for the producers in Ghana. In January, January 2022, now producer price inflation is 16.8. No, Ghana Statistical Service in February, or say around 21.4. 21.4, no, that's producer price inflation. Actually, say producers, no, or more cost of production cost because of some of this depreciation of the currency and hikes in fuel prices. Into a how now, meaning, so we are doing so cost of production cost for you lay some of the workers off because any business also to cost of production so. Because so that you can make certain profit out of it. Aside that, also, meaning Ghana Statistical Service or more in May, inflation, consumer price, no, consumer index, no, 7.5. February American from 7.5 in May last year, 2021, no, February American inflation, no, and I'm 15.7%.
That's right, double of that.
Double. Even in January, 18.9%. In February, 15.7%. In March, we know and we do 18%. So whenever it also goes high, no, it's say abribiana fango bobedi, no, the household is affected. Household, yeah, we household no free war. The firms, which are the industry, are also affected. And the government now mukrano, it affects you more because when unemployment is on ascendancy, revenue also per free. In Jumanjuma, we are also going to get it. Until the company, yeah, say fuel the engine of growth of every economy. Until say what the fuel no, the politics. Now what do say? I want revenue. Okay, can so Ghana scanning who I want to fuel revenue near here, but you can't make one side better off by making the other side worse off. Untima abai ni because opesika. Ebra timamwa for American citizens no endi here yomu. Meaning you have Ghana Statistical Service now publish what we call Ghana Living Standard Survey data or the multi-dimensional poverty data. They release it a report. Releasing abribia. As at Neaminoka said, you see 23% of our population are poor. and poor no in terms of that is relatively poor. And absolutely poor no about 8% of our population, which is around 3 to 4 million of our population are absolutely poor. Near Minoka say, when inflation is on ascendancy, right? It tells you that 23 no we are poor no, and we be increasing for 30% of our population. And these are figures Ghana, and sometimes I say government of the day no. These are figures our institutional are published. We have to take critical look at these figures and look at how we can mitigate the effects of highs in petroleum prices on the livelihood of the average Ghanaian. Because the one hand is now we say revenue nkwana opa nde poverty no 23 ochina ebe ko 30 and here the china ebe ko 35, which means almost no omanfo ni nyina ya hiafo. Are you happy as a government? No, I don't think so. Oko multi-dimensional poverty, and that's even income poverty now. Oko multi-dimensional, you see almost 45% to 46% of our population are somewhere, one way or the other, poor. One way or the other, poor. No children say, ne, Agya Kwabena. Se won't mean you sue LPG no aduane. Na bidie na odi no aduane, na say Agya na odi no aduane a. Per the standard of multi-dimensional poverty, we hear ni. That is what the data is saying. Senti so oti ban mu na se Ministry of Finance oti na ho ema LPG bo kodu dia dui na se enu ntino Ghana for dodo na ne bidie na omudi yedum aduane eja e na omoko afuom eso ede no aduane. It tells you that indirectly no o ka cho man for so omoko hia yom, because based on multi-dimensional poverty no omu ya hia for aside so omu ya hia for no se Agya Kwabena ombetwa nua omutwa nua na ewo consequences of environment depletion. Omocho nua na wie no ohwe ye Ghana ha yeah we are not a major producer. Because of here major producer emission into the ozone layer no, most of our emissions are from land use. Say bia ye hihye hwura ene nua no ene emit a lot of carbon dioxide and other monoxides are ozone layer ni hia. Nti say na no see amanfo starting use a jam fan enso janu aduane a, which means our emission onto the ozone layer na ebe increase. Bidie no so no kra na eja no kra na so o side no aduane no Agya Kwabena ema o yare ema o health cardiovascular diseases, respiratory diseases. Inti I think that my revenue na petrol so no my say oh aban hia. But we have to look at the health implications. We have to look at the environmental consequences. And overall we have to look at the poverty level edi omanfo dodo na kom. Agya Kwabena me de betwa to am oba no se obi bisa me asem bia. Omampanyin dada akufo abreso on health ya no omampanyin dada ko Abuja, we call it Abuja Declaration in 2000 or 2001. And Abuja Declaration was that it was so man bia in West Africa, even in Africa no, it was say o percentage to health no, GDP percentage to health no, it was say 15%. Yeah. Near Minuka say it's around 6%. This is sometimes even 3% of our GDP is allocated to health. In this lesser GDP allocation to health. Now science na ho ema manfo nya respiratory disease. Ema manfo nya some yare because some issue eja ne dunu aduane a. It means it has a burden even on your health infrastructure and human resource in the health sector. Nti media futu amede maban from Copeg no and he said maban hwe sika na obenya no nko a. Onhwe kwan pa bi so a obema bo na ayefo. Say near France for say na no want France. France injected $2.2 billion to subsidize petroleum products in their country. Nigeria, $7 billion. Now me no say America, the whole America with a higher GDP per capita, with a higher income, daily income, basic wage. Eso chen Ghana die. Mame mfa scenario number na tia say Ghana, so bet matter a gallon of petrol per our minimum wage of 13 point something percent cedis no. 13 Ghana cedis, something pesos no. O peso to a gallon na, o it 4 days. And as I said 3 days, and a beer Juma and what matter gallon bag 4.5 liters. America
minimum wage Juma
yes, 8-hour wage.
Bandia to say you find your Juma de Biano. Yes. So person top it 1 gallon Ghana. I saw your Juma in the Framians. I know, and no fans at 3 point something fans at 4 days. 4 days. And no the beer Juma. Not at 1 gallon. What 1 gallon. America or no every 1 hour 8 meter 2 gallons. Because America a gallon is around $4.13 or more per hour work no $10. Average the one to your no or $10. Until what me the 1 hour it 2 gallons. But American government no crown to be the 1 hour to 2 gallons no. The state of Michigan, the state of Georgia, the state of Arizona, or what Nasia can say fuel money cost they want to mitigate the effect of the hikes of fuel prices on their people. Into a more so or more subsidizing petroleum product.
taxes bi na eda so no omo ye free so adenti na Ghana ntimi nya bi we have to copy from this best and then reduce it obi be bisa say dey na ye be ya fa Jacob na
yes sir
make no ye Ghana yeso ye tufa ngoro bi koton in the 2022 budget aban so ye benchmark no even though I still have a problem with that benchmark figure because LPG dey no wan fa ma okay 2022 budget mu a okay main the year training na LPG the year time free akwama no ne akoton ana say the GMPC lift ama Ghana National Gas Company Limited it is not stated in the budget your benchmark ay kwakoton is not there
oversight ana say den
so oversight say boapayo I don't know but it is not there be an appendix na men ko but on the in the main budget no it is not there the oho no e petrol and say crude no about project $61.23 said the O2 free akoton na manone na the O2 free akoton na $61.23 ni amene o kasa no e bo no ko $139 per barrel say mo kan ye ne and $109 per barrel which means government averagely say $100 per barrel government is getting a windfall onya fa so buburuja bebre from the O2 free akoton no san fa so no okwa your Petroleum Revenue Management Act Act 893 it states that sa act no so onya sika ni bia fa ko 70% or less should go to another budget funding amount 30% or less goes to what we call Ghana Petroleum Fund so onya excess of your benchmark me pese me kire mu ye so benchmark ni $61.23 na okwa edwama so na onya excess say okonya be $40 sa excess no mra no san ka kire say fa ko Ghana Petroleum Fund ni mu Ghana Petroleum Fund adwuma be na edi ndwuma mienu stabilization fund and then heritage fund ndi say ne wonya excess sika na buso abroso a stabilization fund say for bitu aka so government can redirect the stabilization fund into the ESLA PLC the entire buying to me taxes living free so say or the taxes na kusia wa
really
yes 10 years awa or the kusia wa in 2017 through ESLA PLC and or the akwaji bond on the international market bond no e be expire in 10 years nti on to me free so a obenye sika no ho yakotua but ye kopege ye ka say because you are getting a windfall onya windfall no what the cost stabilization fund now ubetuma redirect the stabilization fund into the ESLA PLC na one more side window of opportunity no to reduce the taxes on petroleum products because ne se petroleum utu 2 Ghana cedis 43 pesos e de ma ban taxes no nko ano e 1 Ghana cedis 90 pesos nti ni awusu se ne bo no 11 Ghana cedis 10 Ghana cedis per liter yi at least aban 1 Ghana cedis 90 pesos no free so a no a savings because multiply that 1 Ghana cedis 90 pesos by 4.5 gallon
yes kakitoa
4.5 liters a gallon enye sika kitwa enne eja kom na wo timi to mate say eja kom na de wo timi to 100 liters a day nti imagine say aban achew 1 Ghana cedis 90 pesos o chewa eno so on fan chewo because kanu kura otua no yenim de obode but the fan say o de achew 1 Ghana cedis 90 pesos amount obenya day ena wo ho kwan say o de chew because wakatua nkoso over the last year fuel prices are increasing more than 100%. You can do the calculation. Last year January, now fuel price is 4 Ghana cedis 95 pesos. And I mean you should goel 4 Ghana cedis 95 pesos. Ne goel tono 9 Ghana cedis 99 pesos. Remember say 10 Ghana cedis anisa. These are nam 4 Ghana cedis 90 pesos and 95 pesos. Na ne 10 Ghana cedis more than 100% over a year. Aja ko bizan say wakatu year to 100%. So it is incumbent of government, and I think that I'm happy say yes, they should look at the data. Okay. Data and let the data speak. So more data ne kasa, ombetimi ate so amobia ho wan han. So more data and kasa no musi scanner na wopa. Omunka hu say next year no Ghana for dodo na beko ahia yomu. Unemployment and 13.4 no ebeko be 20%. Eko 20%. It is also another pressure on government, and I don't think the government will be able to curtail that particular pressure coming next year.
Esianom special ice mami na mesa ba osu bio we no ya ma ne kwama na buruburu mu a sade be ya wo beti ase na mso meti ase na fe no achi no ye de semisa na bam kakra meda se pa na asamba ko kan be yamu hye me no e wo ho maybe some question later na fe to me ahwe ni nyina na ya hwe ya berema
Agya
ese mo de se bibia e boko mamu pa so a lot of us say atum say dem mo share the company on me and say the atum ya ma mo kwa ma atum kakra de say no mu ye occupy nti asenkafo nso mo etisan
yo Agya ya na wase na ya nchi ahwefo nyina na ene no abrɛ kakra nze edru sei a yɛnnua mu nyinaa bɛfrɛfrɛ apɛ yɛn so yɛ haw atie na agya wobɛkae a yɛbɛtena wafidie yi aso ɛma ene yɛwura ɔhene yɛboa GRTTC na ɔte me nsa benkum so wa na odi nkɔmmɔ bi ɛma meka wɔ ha sɛ yɛnyɛ aban ni ɔka sɛ yɛ maame firi mu ɔpare ahyɛ yɛbɔ sɛ yɛhyɛ goil Ghana ama goil atete fango bɔ so agya sɛ ɔka sɛ ɔka wie na ɔka tuatoɔ ɛwɔ afidie yi aso sɛ ɔba ntwa torɔ ɛni nti yɛ maame aka ne deɛ saa na bɛsi na agya me nkɔ asɔre ɛnyɛ boapayɛ me nkɔ Muslim me nsom bosom na me gye Nyankopɔn di na me yɛ ɔba a ka me nkɔ asɔre koraa because Yesu baayɛ no wamfa ɔba ndi n'akyi nti me hu sɛ ɔyɛ nyiyimu nanso no agya sɛ Yesu baayɛ no ɔbɛtoo mma a ɔmo ne yɛ ɔmo biribia de sɛ maame firi mu ɔpare deɛ a ɛno deɛ me de Yesu di bi ma no sɛ ɛno nti na wamfa ɔba ndi n'akyi no
ade nti na wo ka ne saa
yɛ maame na ni no koraa nkyerɛ ahyɛnkafo
ade nti
abra college ne ko hyia no no ɔka kyerɛ yɛ sɛ yɛtoɔ bɛ nsia a yɛka ho asɛm a yɛne kopek yɛwura dankana mu a ɛbɛka ho asɛm bi ɛma akora busa sɛ yɛntimi nya ho hwɛ ma yɛwura dankaka sɛ yɛwɔ biribi ɛbɛyie yɛbɛkenkan 2022 budget no ɛna driverfoɔ ɛhyɛ dwumadie bi ase sɛ sɛnea petrol no dwane kyɛn wɔ same boat no nti ɛbɛyɛ anka aban hwɛ na ɛto ahodoɔ bi a ɛdeda soɔ no ɔnyɛ hu biribi kakra ma yɛn yɛante hwee ɛnam so ma yɛyɛ partial sit down strike 6 December 2021 na saa nkɔmmɔdie no kɔɔ so wɔ kurom a yɛ papa IGP dampare da ne ɛyɛ trɔtrɔ driver kwasi forida ne mate Alexander Obin Bukumana amode police vehicle ɛsesa Ghana for ɛna yɛ maame frɛ coalition no mpanyimfoɔ sɛ aban ntimi ne yɛ nkokora na on gyina ɔmampanyina nnɛma ɔmampanyina na se ɔmfrɛ yɛ ma Ghana ni biara mfisa ɔna yɛ kyea me hema de ma ɔmampanyina mu chief of staff coalition ni ko hyia yɛ no yɛ maame se until say mid-year budget bɛba no yɛn yɛ asɛm no yɛdie wɔ mu de bɛkɔ mid-year budget na mmom bɔhyɛ aban na n'adosi wɔn nyina yɛ nɛmfa nhyɛn ne sɛ yɛnhu sɛ yɛ totototofu wɔ mu biem kɔpem December nti mid-year budget no yɛ asɛm na yɛka nyinaa no ɔmbɛhwɛ na ɔma yɛ dɛn ayɛ ho biribi agya yɛduru December
dabi
nti ɔka no korɛ
sɛ na wiase na bibi na asesa
agya tama ne yɛka saa asɛm no na Putin de bɔmbo aba bɛto tɔɔ hɔ nti na nyɛ adwuma once argument no mo da ko gyina sɛ Russia ɛne Ukraine for ntokwa agya yɛ starting saa nkɔmmɔ no asɛm a ɔmo ka kyerɛ ne sɛ free education yɛde yɛma ɛkɔ school wanka sɛ na ɔmo de gyina saa asɛm no so ɛne yɛyɛ edin na free education na pa ɔmo ho ntoma ɛna ɔmo gya aka koraa ɛkɔfa COVID yɛntimi ntɔ petrol COVID kaa kwan nyɛ o COVID electricity bu okosro COVID ensuo ma o COVID
na ya in reality the COVID na nka yɛn
agya ɔmo de COVID ni da ne tinkalo akobam esaya de bia bi agya obi ankasa anka yɛ o kana ka yɛ ne sɛ ne ntɔ petrol ntuaka de osusu na diwa until say World Bank be pa ɔmo ntoma sɛ sika ɔmo de ma aban etimi kyekyere Ghana foforo yaka COVID na asɛm dim say ya pagya de akogina Russia ne Ukraine tama ne ye ka say aban ye de wa court 2015 ye rekwa ku atin de di yenim energy sector levy Benjamin say on ka sa nkomo no court na se omonyi mfiri ho me be ka sa asem we wa be sina wate omonga
nti omonyi
omonga ho hwe enu na nka se ewu 2021 meboa
okay
Wama peda ko 2031.
So, energy sector levy act, it was a temporal levy. Because a temporal, and just say, and that was sunset clause at 899 there was sunset clause of 3 to 5 years until by 3 years they will say if you and I say and you free for 5 years they will say if you but now no it is no more a temporary levy or temporary act. It's not a permanent act because medical card in 2017 no we created a special purpose vehicle for ESLA PLC and yet the no akwaja ekosia waji sika e dey ba and sometimes I also encourage all of us ESLA no afibiano they have an annual report on publish it because section 6 of the act no esha ban say they have to publish the ESLA annual ESLA report. Let's read and see what is happening.
Okay.
But it's not something that
Agya Kwabena yen kan sisu dia say sa particular tax no eno ne de call court ka sa ban nyim free one. Enti court we declare election ewo mamu ha amampanyimfo me no obi agye atum no ada na court kro na say yenyi sa to ne free obi abu na ne agu so.
It's a contempt of court na abamu na.
Pepe
na mumma bisa se mpembi no e bia na sade yesusu senka ye yifiri ho anka betumi aboa na abanso so yifiri ho a ahokire bi beba enti no se yete aban ase
court ka say aban ko chia engotua judgment date a omutua and enye sika bi ne fa free ho ma ahokire aba aje no nkoda ho se o kai se ye kan wa fidie so se to nya adwuma ema yewura Benjamin ensia de abesi supan eja wonim se ye wo etuo bi wo ho a tamana to ne ye adwuma no ne ye frɛ no eye fuel marking margin de ekire nyina ne se ye no afango ne wi a ye mfa so mu duro bi nsom se ne be ya ye be hu se ye petrol no ana ye diesel ne nie satam no aban efa ka ne bi subsidy no eninti na eman ye atwa ye ho ahia no omo de no ewo soro chen yen ndi nipa bonfo bi betimi afa kuntu na se akoton enti se anhye ye de no nso a ya bambofo no mo ye hye so no omo hu difference no because Burkina, Niger, Mali omo use yen ye facility be kire epo no na fa omo fu ade ko enti ye hye ye de no nso de a se ye be hu difference e wo to nya adwuma bi nso ya da so te ho je sa ato no na enam a ye nwe no ye de ese che to ye adwuma bi fuwa market margin omo muso amoje enya kro no sika a ye nto wo sabi
nanka sa sika no nanka wo mo de be kikire to ana sa den
eno no ya asomudro ye mfa ne se bottle yi ya why special ice everyone see you say special ice eninti ye label we no a ye dey tare ho and we say special ice nti we no ka no eni etua
okay
and I say special ice no ye nya biem o se men kwaso ntua label no ho ka
label ni so label no so be fine ye hwe
ye mfa nya
now how does that affect mu driver for
eja me pa che wo se wo de 1 peso a ekra 2 liter bia so a e we sika bia e free ye botum akwa akoto unim za petrol to etesa akomabo holiday nim unya tu car obeto fango eja kwa rent mi nka se na wa me ye aduma UTV nti unyi chop money ntu fie onka bida ena unya tu car ne obeto petrol entu to automatically no ye Jeffrey wensem hyehyehye e de akwa amfasa obi ani so eno pa ho a energy debt recovery levy se na Benjamin a kire mu se to yi nya aduma enso ye bokato ho si ye nkonkotua no ene ye si ye ntua sa aka ne biem ye ka ya mo se fuwe de ne de ye tua wie nti ye mia ye ni na ye ntimi ntua ye electricity de ne ka energy a enya fa nkonko a ene ye busa se enti nyo obi na boss aka ne to ho ye okro we mu ye tisa Agya Kwabena radio so TV so ka se PDS nkofo agisika di mpacho tise ye do bi akogina asendi bia enti obi na fa yesika akwa akodi kwa no ye gya no afred obi contaminated fuel kope Ghana any a driver for ana me ka hu bi ye piti she special prosecutor satam ye rura matena bi du ena wo on a year 3rd March 2018 any of this akrata ko be sin there obi amfren the appointment here ya ne say me yi afred obi afri ho ko na ko di MP wo sehwi baby enu anua so be kwai and not the parliament what is here na ko gina court see ebusa na sem enti se sankrofo yi nyina abobɔ ka agu hɔ a kwama ya ba ma ne nkonkotu ya monka eno pa ho a eye sanitation pollution levy ye busa ye bra se che men sabosu sata wona ye caretaker minister kwakinka sa asem ne kire yi se mo fa nkire mu mbra se me yiri dokas ya ye fi a enye agya Kwabena na di UTV car ekoto petrol akwakotua akwapra me fi ye nua mo mabunu wo ha omonye adwuma anye ye betimi afa bi na town council adwuma ye nyina friend se samansa manfo yi tankers fo yi e pa che o ye ntimi mfa ye mo fra ni bi na omo me check ya ba ma ne yiri fie se omudi omuni anazo omuni omuni nti ya ba na se wa woni hu ni no enye oni atwe ko gina mra ni mtwe waso ebo oka ne ednya bi di tua mofra ne ka musi ye ntua se sika no 20 pesos per liter enti wo de times 4.5 na che se 90 pesos bi die akwa gina ho wajin free o enti se day no ye to almost be say 800,000 liters ya hwesika do o maje free ensem eno ne ye ka so munyin free ho na mfa ahotombra Agya Kwabena no pa ho a eye price stabilization and recovery levy ye de brofo ne yente ye ka se ade aye stabilization na eche say si ye hwa maji ade agina frako ana meboa ye tua sa sika ya mbon se fu ebo na ekosoro a fa so ya sene na enye stable uji sika ni wie na ye kasa se mo fa fu ebo na enye stable a must ya suspended for 2 months Ghana for bebusa driver for a side of story no and omodi two political landguard phone someone can want some say abayate fan go bozo by 16%. 16 pesos per liter
on petrol and a 14 on diesel.
Diesel me da say. Enso nya sa ne nkomo no ye nka say suspend you. Ye see sika na yetua to ho no fa bi be so ya sene 2 months yi e na onim say assign the above ye say yetua say sika no enti aye stable no ye see mo bia nka ho asem because ye ya driver for no ye din professor na engineer so ti adande ye kremoti etia e pejani mo masalachi a obia so onye so ene ye tin wo krom ha enti ye ka sa asem na na nka Ghana fo nyina de o ma adwen FM ye ba ebo aya nka sa how we emeto so me yire ode anwa na ye aduma ubeje di se ne 1 year ni no anwa no oto no 120 cedis na 400 Ghana cedis this is kano 4 million good for paying for was a tron na me twa so ready for no omo hwe anwa so nyina 400 Ghana cedis because over car you say petrol bu okosoro car betenem na yabubu nkunta hanyan e de a kirew ene yenua mo yekoto spare parts wo mo opomo amo Kwabena jemo Agya Kwabena beje di se yenua mo abosu kanfo nipa etimi fa elupre bon framba ko amano ne ko fa ne ma ba no enru 300 ya no mu ne didwa wo eni nti ye de asema ye ka ne se enye ye de se ye betoto ahye nti abuo nanso no akoma da me free no se wo free o bankra ha na wo to 100 liters na de ba sika wo de to 100 liters no ene ya tumu no we nya amount fufuro bi anka ho a wontimi nto 100 liters no mfa nipa ne medu the fan say 10,000 Ghana and say 300 bi aba so so a ye nya 300 na ye nya 100 liters enti si afa Agya Kwabena na ye bedru suhum na ye say ye nya 80 liters enti ya short a obeti asia na ntia ba UTV ana betra ka numa me apiam eni nti ba bi odwan agina no ehwa na ne bagina ya de krata akoto mpanyimfo anim GPR2 National Chairman na Brensia ma General Secretary Godfred and ni ankra chase a gina driver for na mu yetu sa anamo no eninti up to Monday no ya ante abanka
mo we dey
e free work no de tie nie wa mu chiche mu aduo no bi mo ba boa yen animani mu ya na yetimi de atop petrol etimi de wa ko
20% no mo to mo lorry first 20%.
Agya Kwabena ye to diesel any petrol mo no ye beto lorry fame no na 7 cedis 99 pesos diesel and petrol no ye 7 cedis I think say sɛ Benjamin sɛ ɔbɛboa me kakra 7 cedis 52 pesos per liter.
Per liter, that's around November.
November,
December.
December no. Any nti say no petrol no sɛ wofa goil a ɛyɛ 9 cedis 60 pesos.
For petrol.
Enti ade a na yɛ 7 cedis 52 no. Say ɛkɔ 9 cedis 60 pesos. Enti difference more than 2 cedis per liter. Enti times 4.5 no. That just say 9 cedis aba beto so. Ebi kura de bro. Because enu am total de ene petrol na do 10 cedis. Enti wo hwe diesel so a ye de ye na eye 7 cedis 99 me cha 70 cedis 99 pesos no. Ene diesel no go ade agba be ye 9 cedis 99 pesos. Mpa cha onye 2 cedis na be ka ho. Eninti ye nua a ono no efa ba bi a Puma Energy nko ese nya say ye advert amomo Puma Energy nko ese no or turn 10 cedis 8 pesos ya what the times 4.5 na eja kwara ye mu nko ntamba Ghana for enhwe e hawa asese driver for na mu 11 cedis 8 pesos mpache wo na times 4.5 no chese o 253 cedis 1 peso Oraho. Do betu ndia ba bi for so ngo ware driver ni. Sikana ka filling station. De enti a yewra ho a ene ye ni abra ya boko gyan nyina ne se. Eja kwabra driver ye adwuma bosome ba ko a. Ni daily sales no 2 times ene ye de ma no. Titi se why adwuma bosome ba ko no. Saturday, Sunday and say Monday, Tuesday. Akatria wo de ma sales ya de ma ka ewra no. No de ma. Enti do 70 cedi okuta taxi no. Ye tua 140 cedis. Obetimi de atuna abeka. Enti ye pon wa na se ye tisika ye de be top petrol. Ye de bi be ma eye efie no. Me chere sales no. Kakra na abeka na bi na retwe school fees de bi rent e de bi hwe abusua. Enti sense kan nyina akwa filling station a Abraba for ya jo money we campaign dey take adima ban yana. Eni nti ye dey asma ye kan say yesre Ghana fo nyina omo ka bi ewo mu no. Deuteronomy 22:5, Isaiah 19:14, Nehemiah 17:20, agrowth way Awurade hwe dey aba yaso nti na hwe mai so.
Ya obi say men kan church also won kwasoro to Safro Sabra Church of Pentecost kwese there be Central Air Condition Achimota branch was Central Achimota Central air condition kwan to betumi akona enti ya no msoma me ene ye fa no kwan bebire so said ye be ya ye betie to mu nyina nsem awie tie wi anafi ya fa na mako afiri ya hwe ma me ko doctor obi so doctor mu na mo kra niema se dollar no ene na 7 Ghana cedis 80 pesos ana ese se no mo ho aheha mo kakra na se ne me kosai adwodifo mu fam
no kreni say afi mu de free covid time we be ya answer the ebjadie no de yeah the pressure no eda ye super to say the effects of covid na nkasa affect global commodity prices that's a difference is about prices simono just a wo to no na nyasem kitwa cause na enam say logistics problems nti na raw materials no amanfo onko adwuma ewo baabia sa raw materials no free South America wo monko adwuma say free India tina ama raw materials ni na bo aye den bi on my be 100% nti ade na wo koto no kra no ebo na akosoro dada ansana wo kofa what you could go ship to the na ben kana free charges no and I'm say logistics near cargo no be break go America ni Europe ti area no basa na wo mo ntimi nye productivity in Sunday containers no back somewhere am ka say kra no the similar thing is playing in Ukraine and Russia as I say ama free charges no so no na ne bo no ayedin pa na ekoba say me fa say benchmark value na nke no so ya mfin kakra eno so no sabe yenuanu mu age afo ye ya ma ye kotoche no ye senke reverse they say mama 30% instead of the 50%. And what it means and they say ama duty so bono akosro. Nti enka eno nkoso na fi they say $1 no so no baby ekuri de na say no kure ni akọ pa ya na me pese me ka say aginsem na my full speculation because I'm very mindful about speculation because yeah if you're not speculation no ekọ too much na amanfo dibia wo dollar na mu a afi be kakra bandis kakra hyemu a intimi nkontini tina me pese nka aban betimi aya nka wo mfa confidence emra economy no tempaya na nka wo mo matoto ska no hold ne ho ngika nka mo di abam se ye ne ntem a yebetimi aso ano si anya de a se ase de esi ikono na amanfo dibia tosie ene ngika because of speculation na se no de afia ne ska no betwam akwatire na wo ka 7.8 me pa tro nye 7.8 so already ka say omo a publish e wo MPA 7.6 no ono bi aya na ya run bank rate no no kika ba ye na edidwa ya de so wo to scanner kasa scanner kwa atwe etinya de ya na wo bank rate no kika o ti ano ye to no be 8.450
ye dollar
yes sana we nya wo ko no akoto na we nya physical no wa send ya nti won say ye be 10 about 2 weeks and 10 barely 10 days be me here a press release I'm a big car say edwadifo yesika no hwan but by a virtue of the depreciation no yesika no hwan be 16% at that time I'm a yes press release no exactly at that time no say nkotabu ebu ye say from December to March year you wo yesika no hwan be 16% are depleted because say na that time no dollar near 6.4 na we jet train no sika botren na we dey edidwa no $100,000 na that time no be $640,000 Ghana cedis and now they akoto $100,000 no emra na me ye press about 10 days ago no na ye 7.6 into 7.6 no na say 640,000 no entimi to the same $100,000 no you let me to $84,000
so 6,000
yeah exactly until now we be pay say we be to the same 100,000 so we kwa busiabo akope 120,000 Ghana cedis so 640 no so asan wetimi ato until now so we jet train won ko hwe won fa sika ko mape enye hwe na we jet train ankasa no na ehye some ya make say adequate abedu 25% because they say okay 850,000 Ghana cedis now they are from $640,000 Ghana cedis so o person tintina o koto dollars na ene na says can $640,000 a bit me ato $75,000 let's say from December to date you know why she's got 25,000 nti once anka natural sequence no ya no obi aka say enka de wo be ya ne say ene amonto ebuo num bo no ni na no ebuo na abetum because a natural sequence duty akosoro exchange rate no akosoro where commodity price akosoro nti den a wo betum by the margins na wo lose wo sika na consuming public na say the consumer no so purchasing power limited intimi fan say watum wutum no de ekoba ne say ono no ntimi nto ne madodo a nanka first no
oto no
into first no ntimi to 10 a afi obe brepa san wato bi a 5 and 6 intina say wo turnover akofom ti usika no so okobo obusia ekwa be na wutu sika no na ono so interest no esa yonti say replaying effect no is so huge. This is not the best time to do trading, especially importation. I'm telling you, you can't know eshi. Because one say factors are making yeni na say first no nanka oko edwaman so nanka wutumi to containers be for. Say say obebre pa o ansan what to 2 because oko to yi na 4 containers kra. They say ska wo de be ye freight kra no ebo home empre 9. and I said a bomb will be brief because first and then we have 4,000 and then we have 15,000. Into 15,000 4 containers and quite 60,000. Into what share what can now? What's that? Don't forget, say you see, China is called lockdown. Into the effects in now, Sabane Bob Peswa, Mr. Yami, so on training, sir. Because also, yeah, you know, I bet your perennial. The way Yana exchange rate, you know, is a page anymore. Ebe start December, na call January, nanka February hono, nanka a stable. But when you try and ye Ukraine war no, eba sa and temono, and I know so no, I say ama situation no, I just to say the euro a ye opening can oil on semi. That's why oil prices now cost ropa and say. Bulk oil produce a distributor see quota say we move $10 in be bree na say no so abeka importers the ho any other pressures are kwai no and I na me hwe say ekwan be na enka perennial issue no ye betimi dey stop because on say ya na ka say ye kra na ma be bree oh say me be say be three amanfo adwen ekoso kakra enokre ye kra na ma pa as nka the way forward pa any senka yenso ye bepa akonya bi a ye betimi export to niam no bibre into was that me better me ka senka ye dwadifo no ye tafa pa ewom ne se nka baby a ye kra niam no efi no nka ye information afri Ghana Export Promotion Authority no mo ma ye information about goods ye almost sankru no so eto because by virtue of one position the nim information na also na say what is say trade at a chair or Morocco or because say sa ebia no omo pay fruits pa anti sa information na ke trade at a chair sin na say come this information ba because also business na a two way obi obeka say me ye dwadini na me di dwa say me koto abankwa no no onim dwadi ye both way kama ikono na kama ma fa ne mani bi ko nyesa
o ba na wato bia ba
yes sam ya na nanu tete ofi ebi a haban mu hon mo sa santre je bro hon mo no ba epoano a wode ne no bai no eba na oba no ato ntene na ode ko sa na dwadi etie nti ye no ye fa ye botai pa na si ye beboa Ghana pa in this direction say enkiyen so ye betimi export to eniema ni bi ye hia information ye ne finance minister so Eddie Nkomo our person what industrialization committee and the buta and say obi move most of the traders no akọ industrialization intimi ma ye de atumu no ma menka the other areas are almost no put pressure on the economy and it's in a passier na yeti because you see and see thinking outside the box na ye who how ne far by because say you can importation we have to make us we cra toothpaste na so ma ye de abeso ya nkasa ye complain a sa na omo ka a free 2019 to date we know say there be a balance of trade surplus
Ghana
yes just say export na ye no abunkam import so a free 2019 to date it is your yes it is your balance of trade surplus there senka sikanu tina brand ne sikanu nya hoden eti se sikanu nya hoden a na de kofar ba ne say je say ano o say yaka say export no chain import no enti na the other factors na a driver demand set the enema demand of the dollars no na say supply of money na through export yenya no e dia na di ni nya pa no na ese ye hwe other areas na yen pia ya dwe no ketua bi nkose import because import no ma ye di ka hon masem yen hwe other factors to say service industry the communication industry sabia no huge areas the extractive industry oye ya ye ka ho asem gold bauxite eno ngika hu na ni na no dominated by foreigners ye chefa ewom the juiciest part of this economy no ena no just the tax aspect na ye de no but since kana
for botin na kasa de
ka botin na no ye ni ho hwe
then we for the question say no
eti ye hia say ye be ye sastraye e we investment laws no say ye pese ye timi ya ye free bi retention e see ye timi ye retention policy bi a wo mo be invest wo sa bia yi na no nka Ghana mine na no either so be ma ye float to share compulsory ama indigents no ato bi anasa ban na be pay security die bi ana obepe equity bi ne nke yanya pay 30% to 40% sabe ya enka repatriation no enka ye betimi maintain about 40% ewa ha ye ni sa de ni na na ye twi esike na akọ the masters of the economy edu January na ade no page mu the Chinese shopping malls a wo ma ye China malls no nkeka ne Ghana for so me de omo for say China ni abebie mall nti omo nso na ye kọ koto ade ti psychologically no obi anu say omo de China abakrum ya to obi anto ade free ehobio de omo aso ye sika nyina free eyika aso eba spinters ko kumaz be bia wo ba bie saa ani wo wo shop to krom no nkeka ho ani etwi sika na without any restrictive investment laws ha ebetimi aboa nti womo kọ womo holidays no ewo first week in January na eskana ebu ni mu say bu
some scan on the dollars ni nyina kọ
na kọ ni ya ka no other factors so a esa ekoto dollar no ene de yen hwe ye school fees a ye tua me ma sabe ye de ye just bi ye sisi ye men na akogu abritri school fees a ye kotua ye Medicare nipa baako Medicare say your kosan ho ayare gan say obeti a wokọ South Africa ko India wokọ UK wokọ Turkey Dubai wo mo kura wo mo de kura mo kwa akoye for dressing wo mo body part no nkeka mu na abam ya sisa sika ko bi $50,000 $50,000 na te say me e bi 2 containers of a year 2 containers am makra na nipa baako pɛ ne Medicare no te say 2 containers am cry it is almost one man one hwɛ saa nneɛma na wo kasa bi a importation no a wayera yɛn hwɛ the flow of money from the churches so yɛka area generate sika paa wo yɛ kura mu paa every week or every day import they say aso no wɔn kɔ na every day in sorry nti minim so wɔn hia sika de wɔn adwuma mentake aso no in any way ba me hwɛ ebia sika puduo no ekọ na entering into productivity kakra won be your expansion work no how do we monitor the flow of the money bebre no ekọ amanone ema sebe so watie de wo mo asofo no bi ka ya to da would be Dubai see what can I say osofo bi a Winners Chapel was say sika bebre bu ka title dollars ne Land Cruiser no de kono tie na bottle no na ni na $1 ne gum what about person so thing yes and no answer na make am it that's the flow of money see ye mie ya dwen ni anhwe sa na na de meka ade asisu bio the drift of corruption money say corruption eno ngika hu na no so obi ebomo na no nya sika bi ewia so wo abam so wo government work bi so wo ba bia ye nyina ye corruption na ye no so wo ya wo peso wo sie atire kura no sika no ntena krom ya sika no na no fund themselves out of the shores of the country ana yadwuma ye ne ye no majority no ye no Asia ye ne China for na ye animanim ye ya no medical average sa issue we say ye trading in other currencies they said ye trading in pound sterling euro and sefa no there's nothing wrong say you know ye niema ye trade na no ne fapem no wo Asia particularly China say ye ntimi en trade in the yen
because you say ye de omusika no and they did no so be reduce pressure na e wo